Let's be honest, dealing with an underperforming employee has got to be one of the most draining parts of being a manager, right? It's stressful, it's so time consuming, and half the time it feels like you're just spinning your wheels. But what if there was a better way to handle it all? Well, today we're going to dig into a framework designed to turn these really tough situations around. I mean, really think about that for a second. When you know you have to have that conversation, do you feel prepared, in control, or do you just get that pit in your stomach? You know, that's a super common feeling for a lot of leaders, but it really doesn't have to be your reality. And that's the million-dollar question, isn't it? It's not just about pointing out what's wrong. It's about getting that person to actually hear you, to own it, and then to want to do something about it. So, how do you break through that wall of excuses or denial? See, the real secret isn't just about tackling the symptoms you see on the surface. It's about getting to the root cause. And that takes a clear, structured approach. Basically, a playbook of proven techniques that can turn a really difficult situation into a genuine success story. So let's take a look at what that playbook looks like. Okay, first things first, we have to understand the ripple effect, because an underperforming employee is never just an isolated problem, is it? Their lack of output, their attitude, it creates these waves that wash over the entire team, affecting morale, workloads, and yeah, even the company's bottom line. It is a much bigger issue than it seems. And this is exactly what happens when you do nothing. Team morale just tanks because things don't feel fair. Your best people, they get completely burned out picking up all the slack. Your results start to suffer, and maybe the worst part of all, you unintentionally start sending the message that mediocrity is okay. And wow, that is a dangerous standard to set. But the good news is there is a proven path forward. It's a structured program that gives managers like you the actual skills and, just as importantly, the confidence to handle these situations effectively and constructively. It's about turning a dreaded confrontation into a real coaching opportunity. And this is the core philosophy right here. It's a total reframe. Instead of just managing a problem person, the goal is to flip it, to turn a performance challenge into a genuine opportunity for that employee to grow. And when they grow, the whole team gets stronger. So what does this whole transformation look like in practice? Let's peek inside and check out some of the essential tools you get in your toolkit for handling underperformance the right way. A successful approach, while it can really be broken down into two main parts. Day one is all about building that solid foundation with the core principles. Then, day two is where you start mastering the more advanced skills that you can apply in those tricky real-world conversations. Let's look at a couple of examples. Okay, a foundational tool is setting SMART objectives. You've probably heard of it: specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. By defining exactly what's expected with this kind of clarity, you just wipe out any confusion. It's no longer about vague feedback like do better. It's about hitting clear, agreed-upon targets. Next up, you've got coaching fundamentals. And this is huge. It means shifting from just telling people what to do to asking powerful questions that help them find their own answers. So instead of saying you need to be more organized, a coaching approach would be asking, what's one small change you can make this week that might help you hit your deadlines? See the difference? Now, on day two, we get into some really cool advanced stuff, like a little behavioral economics. This is all about understanding the weird, sometimes illogical mental shortcuts people take. For instance, ever heard of status quo bias? It might make an employee resist a new, better process, not because it's bad, but just because it's different. Understanding that helps you frame the change in a way that gets them on board. And when you put all of these tools together, they all lead to one final crucial outcome: your own transformation. It's about you shifting from a state of frustration and avoidance to one of true confidence and leadership. This chart really says it all. You move from that feeling of being unsure, frustrated, and stressed out on the left to being confident, clear, and empowered on the right. The goal isn't just to fix one employee's problem. It's to make you a more effective and, frankly, a happier leader overall. So what does this actually mean you can do? Well, it means you'll walk away with the skills to set those crystal clear, SMART objectives, use those coaching techniques to guide your people, and ultimately boost the motivation of your entire team, because everyone sees that issues are handled fairly and constructively. And all of this comes together under this really neat idea of you and I big family. Now, this doesn't mean you're all literally family, of course. It means fostering a culture of mutual respect and accountability. a place where everyone feels supported to do their best work, but also understands they have a responsibility to the team's shared goals. So, if you're ready to stop just managing problems and start actively building your team's potential, let's talk about what's next. Transforming your team really does start with transforming your own approach. If you want to dive deeper into all these concepts and see the full curriculum for yourself, you can find all the details on our website. It's the perfect place to start. The tools are here, the path is clear. So really, the only question left is, are you ready to build the high-performance team you know is possible?